One of the major differences between fighting in Thailand and fighting in the West is that in Thailand, you will always be paid to fight. This means that technically, yes, you're a professional fighter, even though the level can be amateur. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how much money you can expect to be paid to fight in Thailand, and I'm going to do it on an area by area basis because you get paid different amounts in different areas. So I'll start off with Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is a really great place to gain experience. You can fight very frequently. The only day of the week there's not a fight is Sunday. So in Chiang Mai, you will get 2,000 to 3,000 baht. That's about £60. And it's important to note that you'll get that amount regardless of your level. You can be a one championship level fighter, an RWS level fighter, but if you're fighting in Chiang Mai, you're fighting the tourist circuit in places like Loi Kro or Kalair Night Bazaar Stadium, you'll be getting 2,000 to 3,000 baht. Next up is Phuket. In Phuket, you'll get a little bit more than Chiang Mai. You'll get 5,000 baht normally to fight in places like Bangla Stadium. And look, 5,000 baht, almost £100. It's all right, you know. Compared to the UK where you pay to fight, 5,000 baht is not bad. The thing is, with Phuket, the fights are going to be rough. Typically they'll be rough. You might get matched up with some fucking Russian MMA champion who's on steroids and give you the worst 15 minutes of your life. And then, I don't know, is that 100 quid really worth it? That's up to you. Next up, we'll go to Kosamuri. This is where I am right now, the beautiful island of Kosamuri. This is like my new little beach waffle spot. I like working at the coffee shop just up here, and they've got a nice little private beach. So I come down here and chat to you lovely people. So in Kosamuri, you can get quite the range. If you're fighting in the smaller stadium, Kosamuri International Stadium, you'll be getting around 5,000 baht, maybe 4,000 baht, nothing too crazy. If you make it to Pet Buncha Stadium, which has a really good level of fights, you can be getting anything from about 7,000 up to 20,000 and even more. You know, Pet Buncha Stadium, they pay good because they charge a lot of money for tickets. It's more expensive than Raja or Lumpini in Bangkok, and it's full all the time. So if you fight at Pet Buncha Stadium, you get a couple wins. Yeah, I mean, look, you can be getting 20,000, 25,000. I fought there twice, and the first time I got 14,000, I won. And then the second time I got 18,000, I lost. So, I mean, that was only my 8th and 9th fight, or 9th and 10th fight. I can't remember exactly. So I didn't have that much experience, but still got a decent pay packet. Next up is Bangkok. Now Bangkok is really level dependent. If you have a high level and you're fighting on RWS, One Championship, look, the sky's your limit, you know. You can be getting 50,000 for a fight. Obviously there's the bonus in One Championship. So yeah, but for you guys who are just starting out, you're probably not watching this video if you're in One Championship because you know how much people get paid in the lower level. If you're just starting out and you're fighting at places like Raja Knockout or Fairtex Fight, you'll be getting about 7,000 to 10,000, I'd say. And then the more fights you have, the more money you can command. I fought once in Bangkok, and I believe I got 9,000, and that was on Petchinji promotion at Ransit Stadium. Petchinji pays more at Raja, but that was at Ransit Stadium. Next up is Isan. Now in Isan, if you're a foreigner, you're not going to get much money at all. Maybe 1,000 to 2,000 baht. Yeah, you're not going to be able to survive off that for sure. But look, you get a bit of money and go buy a beer or some sticky rice after and enjoy your time. But Isan, that's where you can rack up experience and have some really good fights. So don't turn your nose up at trading in Isan. And also, it's a cheap place to live too. So you might be wondering, can you live off the amount of money you're getting from your fight purses? Realistically, no, unless you're fighting in Bangkok, in the promotions like RWS, One Championship, and you're a really good level. So how do you move to Thailand and become a Muay Thai fighter and sustain yourself? Well, what I would suggest is start posting on fucking social media. Social media is the best way for fighters to blend fighting and making money, because when you're training, when you are fighting, you're not just training and fighting, but you're also making content and you're coming up with ideas for content. And then you post that content and use that content to launch your own offers, and then you start getting paid. This is exactly how I make my money from fighting in Thailand, and it's how members of my community, the Ninth Limb, make their money too. If you're interested in learning how to use social media to support your fight career, you can apply to join the Ninth Limb in the link in the description, and we'll have a quick chat. You might also be wondering, should you be giving any money to your gyms? Well, it depends if you're a sponsored fighter or not. If you're a sponsored fighter, you have a contract with your gym, and that will typically stipulate that they get a certain percentage of your fight purse, and if you have a bonus, a certain percentage of your bonus. Typically that percentage will be about 30%, can be up to 50%, but that's the only times when you're obligated to give money to your gym. Now, if you're not a sponsored fighter and you are paying a monthly membership fee, you're not obligated to give money to your gym. However, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. What I always do is give money to the boys in the gym who've cornered me for that particular fight. If I'm in Bangkok, we have a taxi driver who helps the gym, and he'll drive you to the weigh-in, to the fight, etc, take you for food. I'll give him money too, normally give him about 1,000 baht. And depending on how big my money purse is, I'll give a amount to the gym boss. So my last money purse was in Cambodia. I got 22,000 baht, and I gave my gym boss, the head of the gym, 2,000 baht. Obviously that's on top of my monthly membership. Some foreigners, I've heard, end up giving the gym they train at 50% of their money purse and pay monthly subscription. You shouldn't be doing that. You are kind of getting ripped off, I'd say. The only case where that is fair is if they're taking that money out of your next monthly fee. Nice one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, just drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. You can also check out my Training Muay Thai in Thailand guide. It's linked in the description. I discuss this topic and many more topics about training Muay Thai in Thailand in much greater detail. Finally, if you're an entrepreneur or you're someone who makes money online, or you want to make money online and you also train combat sports, check out my community, the Ninth Limb. It is linked in the description. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.